Merry Christmas, everyone! This is Super Mario Preston here, back with another SMP review, and today we'll be taking a look at the LEGO Game Boy set. So before we take a look at the set itself, first I have the instructions right here, so we can take a look at them. Let me just flip to the right pages. It has some info about the inner workings of it, which we'll take a look at in a moment, and a little bit of history about the actual Game Boy and stuff right here. On this page, it shows you the inner workings of it all, if you want to take a look at it, like that. And even has some the cartridges right here, and a little info is about the Brick Build games that are included. Well, mostly the Zelda game. Yeah. Then it got onto the building process, and that's it. Unfortunately, I do not have the box with me because when I tried to open it up, I kind of ripped it in half. Those new Lego boxes are a pain in the ass to get open. Let me tell you that. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's take a look at the Game Boy itself. Here it is, and just for comparison, I have an actual classic Game Boy right here. I know it's a little yellow on the front. This on the back, it's just what the main color is supposed to be. It's a little yellow right here, but we'll take a look at it side by side. First, on this here, it has the nice little. So just to let you know, all the prints on all the details on this Game Boy are stickers. All of them are prints, no stickers. Sorry, no stickers on this set, well, except for these two cartridges, which we'll get into. Now here it is. It has a little screen on here. It's like a little moving screen with the Nintendo logo, like that. Right here's the D-pad, which actually moves. Sweet. And that's done with this little spring right here, which is like I think there's like a spring in here. Here's how it goes on, and here are the A and B buttons, which also move. You can take those off. I think they're kind of like Lego hats or something, by the way the insides look. And just like with the D-pad, I think they're also on springs. Well, technically, there's a rubber band inside that's keeping them from going back up. Here we have the select and start buttons, which are actually just Lego tires just squeezed in for these little wedges areas. Here's a little comparison with the actual ones. What I just saw. I know it's not 1-to-1, but for Lego set, they did what they did. On the bottom, we have a little spot for the headphones, which is actually a support, a little hole for the stand that it comes with. Here it is. You can just hold it up if you want to display it, like that. Goes right in here if you want to display it. So yeah. Unfortunately, it does not work for the actual Game Boy for obvious reasons. Yeah. Here's the little vent print for the speaker. On the sides, we have the volume. Yeah. On the opposite side, we have the contrast stuff, which I think also did a pretty spot on job to the actual one. If you can see right there. Actually, another thing, most important thing is this thing right here that says exit connector. On the actual one, I think that's supposed to so you can plug two Game Boys in. I think it's like a charger. Place we can put a charger into it, but unfortunately, looks like this is the one part that they skipped, where they kind of just have it be blocked off for some reason. I'm not sure why. And we scan up to the screen, well, the edges of the screen, we have the battery, the dot that tells you how low the battery is, and the don't matrix with stereo sound. Don't mix with stereo sound. I think that's what it says. We have the Nintendo Game Boy logo right here, all that jazz. Well, now we get to the. I think on the sides there's like another spot for like an adapter or something if you want to connect two Game Boys together. I think now let's take a look at the back. On the back, we have these supposed to represent the grill parts of the actual Game Boy. Unfortunately, it does not go all the way to the sides, but I will go for what I can get. On the back, we have one giant print that shows like where usually the battery compartment is. Usually it's on here, but it's not. It's on the actual on the Lego set. Yeah. You can just open this up just like that, and inside there's like this lever thing that holds down. You can take the little moving screen out, and we have some more screens in the back. If you want to have a different Game Boy game plan, like here we have Super Mario Land. He's in the Invincibility Star block, and next up we have Zelda Link's Awakening. You have Link and Zelda on the beach. Yep. So if you want different, I like the option they give you different options to if you know what your Game Boy screen wants to look like. Sorry, I keep mumbling over my words. Sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, but that's not all, because now we're going to take a look at the Game Boy cartridges themselves. Here's Zelda Link's Awakening and Super Mario Land. Unfortunately, unlike the main Game Boy, which has no stickers, the main prints for the main two covers are stickers, unfortunately. But except for this print, this is the actual printed piece. Yeah. And they fit nice and comfortably in the Game Boy, like that. And just if you're curious, I have an actual Super Mario Land cartridge to compare it to. See, this one's a much darker shade of brown compared to the actual one. Yeah. Unfortunately, in case you're wondering, no, the actual Game Boy cartridges cannot go in the Lego Game Boy. You can't. Or vice versa. No. Sorry, the thing fell off. And it also comes with a little stand here for if you want to pull the cartridges up, and a little slot in the back for the Game Boy screens, alternate ones. Yeah. So guys, that was my review of the Lego Game Boy set. Just got for Christmas today. I hope you enjoyed this review, and happy holidays, everyone.